What's happening, Legends? The news cycle never stops, and we're here to break down the stories that matter most. Get ready for some massive updates that you absolutely cannot miss. First up, a major legal battle is erupting, putting a spotlight on a past charitable effort that's now facing serious accusations. Then, we're heading to the racetrack with exciting news about a blockbuster film hitting streaming services. But it's not all smooth sailing. We're also diving into the surprising turn of events for a former Hollywood heartthrob once compared to a major star. And finally, we'll dissect the real-world leadership principles that contrast with the glitz and glamour of the silver screen. You won't want to miss a second of this. Stay tuned. Subscribe to Legends of Pitt and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. A foundation's fallout, the $20.5 million lawsuit. When disaster strikes, hope often arrives in unexpected forms. For the residents of New Orleans' Lower Ninth Ward, devastated by Hurricane Katrina, that hope was embodied by actor Brad Pitt's Make It Right Foundation. The ambitious initiative promised to rebuild lives with sustainable, affordable housing, aiming to rise from the floodwaters and offer a fresh start. However, what began as a celebrated humanitarian endeavor has reportedly devolved into a protracted legal nightmare, leaving many homeowners disillusioned and facing a staggering $20.5 million lawsuit over alleged defects in the homes built by the foundation. The Make It Right Foundation, launched by Pitt in 2007, was conceived with a powerful mission: to construct resilient and affordable homes in the Lower Ninth Ward, one of the areas hardest hit by Katrina. The project garnered significant attention and support, fueled by celebrity involvement and fundraising events, including a notable concert that brought together major stars. By 2015, the foundation had successfully built 109 homes, with reports indicating an average cost of $250,000 per house. Yet these were sold to residents for a significantly lower price of $150,000. Initially, the homes were lauded for their innovative designs and even became a point of interest for visitors to the area, symbolizing recovery and community spirit. However, the optimism surrounding the project began to wane as residents started to encounter a disturbing pattern of issues. Reports from homeowners detailed pervasive problems, including pervasive mold, structural instability, and other significant defects that compromised the habitability and safety of their new homes. It's estimated that a vast majority of the 109 homes, possibly as many as 103, developed substantial flaws. This meant that families who had already endured the immense trauma of Katrina were now facing new health hazards and financial burdens, feeling betrayed by the very organization that had promised them sanctuary. The situation underscored a profound sense of trust misplaced, with residents finding themselves in deteriorating properties instead of the secure havens they were led to believe they were purchasing. The mounting frustrations led to a significant legal action: a $20.5 million lawsuit filed against the Make It Right Foundation. Crucially, Brad Pitt himself was named as a defendant, initiating a contentious legal battle where he has sought to distance himself from direct responsibility, citing his role primarily as a fundraiser. Despite these efforts, courts have reportedly rejected his attempts to be removed from the case, suggesting his involvement is considered central to the claims of negligence, fraud, and breach of contract concerning the construction quality and financial oversight of the project. A pivotal moment in the legal proceedings occurred in early 2025 when plaintiffs achieved a significant victory, compelling the foundation to disclose its detailed financial records. This move is seen as critical for uncovering how the substantial funds raised were allocated and could provide crucial evidence for the homeowners' allegations of mismanagement. Past attempts to resolve the massive settlement have been complex. In 2022, Global Green USA reportedly agreed to cover the entire $20.5 million settlement, but this arrangement fell through when the organization was found to lack the necessary funds, pushing the case back into active litigation. The ongoing focus remains on securing Pitt's deposition, though his legal team has cited his demanding film schedule, particularly for the Formula One movie, as a reason for his unavailability, arguing that his testimony would not yield relevant information. This stance has been met with skepticism by those seeking accountability for the homeowners who continue to grapple with the consequences of this ambitious, yet seemingly flawed, rebuilding effort. But what if the drama surrounding Hollywood's biggest stars extended beyond the courtroom and onto the silver screen? Get ready for some exciting news about a major film's upcoming release. From track to stream, Brad Pitt's F1 movie revs up for digital release. For motorsport enthusiasts and fans of cinematic thrill rides, the wait is almost over. Brad Pitt's highly anticipated Formula One racing drama, aptly titled F1, the movie, is reportedly set to make its digital streaming debut soon, bringing the high-octane world of professional racing directly to home screens. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, known for his work on Top Gun, Maverick, the film, which premiered in theaters on June 27, has garnered significant attention for its immersive portrayal of the sport and its star-studded cast. The official synopsis paints a compelling picture of the narrative. Sonny Hayes, played by Pitt, was once Formula One's most promising talent in the 1990s, but a career-threatening accident forced him into a nomadic racing career. 30 years later, he's given a chance at redemption when his former teammate, Ruben Cervantes, Javier Bardem, the owner of a struggling F1 team on the brink of collapse, recruits him. Hayes is tasked with racing alongside the team's promising rookie, Joshua Pierce, Damson Idris, in a bid to save the team and reclaim his legendary status. The storyline promises a gripping exploration of rivalry, redemption, and the intense pressures of Formula One, where teammates can often become the fiercest competitors. Adding to the film's allure, the cast includes acclaimed actors Carrie Condon, Tobias Menzies, and Kim Bodnia, further enhancing its star power. According to reports from streaming trackers like When to Stream, F1, the movie is expected to become available for premium on-demand viewing on Friday, August 22. While this date is generally reliable for predicting digital releases, it's important to note that Apple Original Films, the studio behind the movie, has not yet officially confirmed this release date, leaving room for potential adjustments. Details regarding the purchase and rental prices for the digital release are still pending. Typically, new films offered on PVOD platforms are priced for purchase between $19.99 and $29.99, or available for a 48-hour rental window ranging from $14.99 to $24.99. These digital releases are usually accessible across various popular platforms, including Apple TV, Fandango at Home, Prime Video, and YouTube. Commercially, F1, the movie, has already made a significant impact at the box office, earning $180.1 million domestically and an additional $396.1 million internationally, resulting in a global total of $576.2 million. Information regarding the film's production budget has not been publicly disclosed. Critically, the film has been met with widespread acclaim. It boasts an 82% fresh rating from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, based on 347 reviews. The consensus highlights Pitt's performance and Kosinski's direction, noting that the film delivers vintage cool. Audiences have responded even more enthusiastically, with a 97% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes popcorn meter, derived from over 10,000 verified user ratings. The audience summary praises the film as velociously loud and exceedingly exciting, emphasizing that it's an experience best suited for the big screen, though its upcoming digital release will allow it to reach an even wider audience. Rated PG-13, the film's digital premiere is highly anticipated by fans eager to relive the drama and excitement of the Formula One world. But while one Hollywood star's career is hitting the streaming fast lane, another's journey seems to be taking a very different, and perhaps unexpected, turn. We're about to explore the surprising transformation of a former heartthrob, once hailed as the French Brad Pitt. From French Brad Pitt to financial battles, the unrecognizable downfall of Olivier Martinez. He was once the epitome of Hollywood cool, a French heartthrob whose rugged good looks and undeniable talent earned him comparisons to Brad Pitt himself and a string of high-profile roles and relationships. Olivier Martinez, celebrated for his performances in films like Unfaithful and SWAT, seemed destined for superstardom. However, 2 decades after his Naughty's heyday, the actor, now 59, presents a starkly different image, reportedly facing bitter legal battles and a significantly diminished career, with recent reports suggesting he is living off financial support from his ex-wife, Halle Berry. Martinez's career trajectory was once marked by significant success. He garnered critical acclaim early on, earning a prestigious César Award and starring in major Hollywood productions. His personal life was equally noteworthy, marked by high-profile romances with international stars like Kylie Minogue and Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, before his marriage to Oscar-winning actress Halle Berry. The couple married in 2013, welcomed a son, Maceo, the same year, and eventually separated in 2016, with their divorce finalized in 2023. This union, however, has become a focal point of recent legal wrangling. In recent years, Martinez has largely withdrawn from the public eye, embracing a lifestyle far removed from the glitz and glamour that once defined his career. His filmography has become sparse, with only 3 credited roles since 2018. This career slowdown has coincided with a contentious custody dispute with Halle Berry, during which claims emerged that Martinez was financially reliant on Berry's child support payments. The legal battles intensified when Berry reportedly filed documents alleging that Martinez was attempting to skip co-parenting therapy sessions, prompting her to seek a court order compelling his participation. A judge reportedly sided with Berry in October, noting that Martinez had already complied with her request after legal action was initiated. Further details emerged from legal documents obtained by U.S. Weekly, where Berry claimed to have incurred over $200,000 in legal fees related to their disputes. She also stated that she had voluntarily contributed $80,000 towards Martinez's own legal expenses. The core of Berry's legal argument reportedly centered on her son Maceo's well-being. She claimed Maceo was struggling academically, falling behind grade levels, and had been diagnosed with ADHD and mild dyslexia. Berry expressed concern that Martinez was either unaware of or indifferent to these challenges, citing his alleged prioritization of their son's soccer activities over his education as evidence of his unsuitability for shared custody. She suggested his behavior was detrimental to Maceo's development. Martinez's past relationships also garnered significant media attention. Before his marriage to Berry, he was romantically involved with model Rosie Huntington-Whiteley in 2009, though they parted ways due to long-distance challenges. Prior to that, he dated Australian singer Kylie Minogue from 2003 to 2007. Their relationship was significant, with Martinez reportedly providing support to Minogue during her battle with breast cancer. Despite rumors of infidelity at the time, which both denied, they appeared to remain amicable, even sharing a lunch after his divorce from Berry. Martinez's journey began in a working-class Parisian family. He initially considered a career in boxing before friends encouraged him to pursue acting, leading him to enroll at the International Conservatory of Paris at age 23. He gained early recognition in French cinema, earning the Most Promising Actor award at the César Awards in 1994. His breakthrough into the international market came in 1995 with The Horseman on the Roof, where his promotional tour famously billed him as the French Brad Pitt. Over his career, he has appeared in 34 productions, with Unfaithful and SWAT being among his most recognized works. Despite a prolific period between 2000 and 2004, his output has significantly decreased since then, with his last known role being in the 2020 film Mosquito State. Currently residing in Los Angeles, Martinez has not publicly confirmed any new romantic relationships following his divorce from Berry. While one star's personal life is making headlines for its challenges, another's cinematic career is being scrutinized for its portrayal of success. We're now going to shift gears and examine how Hollywood's vision of leadership in the fast-paced world of Formula One compares to the reality. Beyond the podium, how F1, the movie, misses the mark on real leadership. In the exhilarating, high-stakes universe of Formula One, leadership is far more than just charismatic pronouncements or dramatic mid-race gambles. It is a deeply ingrained, collaborative process built on years of meticulous strategy, data analysis, and careful management. While Brad Pitt's F1, the movie undoubtedly captures the adrenaline and visual spectacle of the sport, it, like much of Hollywood's output, tends to simplify and dramatize leadership, often missing the nuanced, data-driven, and institutional depth that truly defines success in modern Formula One. The film, starring Pitt as the fictional racer Sonny Hayes, leans heavily into the classic Hollywood archetype of the charismatic hero, the lone genius who inspires his team through sheer force of will and instinct. This narrative style, while compelling for cinema, doesn't fully reflect the reality of leadership in contemporary F1. True leadership in the sport today is embodied by figures like Toto Wolff of Mercedes or Christian Horner of Red Bull. Their success stems not just from public presence, but from a profound understanding of strategic vision, commercial acumen, and sophisticated people management. Wolff, for instance, oversees thousands of technical staff and manages budgets in the hundreds of millions, a role that demands meticulous, methodical performance rather than spontaneous inspiration. F1, the movie, often portrays Hayes as the central figure making critical, intuitive decisions that turn the tide of races. These moments, complete with slow-motion shots and swelling music, make for dramatic viewing. However, real-world F1 leadership is inherently decentralized. Decisions are the product of collective intelligence, involving countless hours of work from engineers, aerodynamicists, data analysts, and strategists. Leadership in this context is less about top-down directives and more about fostering an environment where every voice, particularly those in the technical departments, is heard and valued. The myth of the lone genius can obscure the reality of distributed expertise that drives innovation and success. The film might depict a dramatic moment where a driver takes a risky, intuitive gamble on tire wear during a race. In actual F1, such decisions are heavily influenced by real-time data. Tire temperatures, weather patterns, competitor telemetry, and predictive simulations that can forecast outcomes down to the millisecond. Effective F1 leaders are not just intuitive, they are data literate, capable of interpreting complex information and making informed choices, even when those choices challenge gut feelings. While the film acknowledges the role of data, it often allows intuition to take precedence for narrative effect. Furthermore, the film may incorporate interpersonal conflicts or political intrigue to heighten the drama. While tension certainly exists in F1, leadership failures are more frequently the result of systemic issues like institutional rigidity, missed development deadlines, budget cap breaches, or misinterpretations of regulations, rather than overt betrayals or dramatic standoffs. The idea of a leader single-handedly resolving all issues with a fiery speech is cinematic, but rarely reflective of the sustained effort required to manage complex F1 operations through rule changes, sponsor demands, and the grueling 23-race season. Building a championship-winning organization is a marathon, not a sprint, requiring sustained investment and adaptive management over years, not just the outcome of a single race. Ultimately, while F1, the movie provides an exciting glimpse into the world of motorsport and can certainly inspire viewers, its portrayal of leadership risks oversimplifying the sport's true complexity. By focusing on charisma and individual heroism, it overlooks the disciplined, data-driven, and collaborative culture that underpins sustained success in Formula One. The real heroes of F1 are often found not in the spotlight of the podium, but in the quiet dedication of the laboratories, the detailed analysis in the data centers, and the collaborative spirit that drives every team toward a shared finish line. This collective pursuit of perfection, built over time, represents a far more profound and admirable journey of leadership. So, while the film offers one perspective on leadership, the real world of sports and business often tells a different story. Now, let's bring all these diverse stories together for a quick recap and a look at what's next. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw a major lawsuit impacting Brad Pitt's foundation, the streaming release date for his F1 movie, a dramatic life shift for Olivier Martinez, and a deep dive into what real F1 leadership looks like. Don't miss out on any of our future breakdowns. Like this video, subscribe to Legends of Pitt, and smash that notification bell. Plus, let us know your thoughts in the comments, and follow us on all our social channels for more exclusive content.